Welcome to day 472 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein, here with my twin brother Brian. And please remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in Desofy, which is a mobile app for the DeSo blockchain. So Brian, what the heck is going on with Elon Musk and Twitter? It seems like we're talking about this story, this drama every single day. What's the latest?
Yeah, so this morning in pre-market trading, there's Twitter stock. Twitter stock is down about 7%. This was obviously going to happen because after the close Friday, we got word that Elon was canceling his $44 billion buyout offer of the company. But now Twitter's saying they're going to sue Elon Musk because of breach of contract. He's pulling out of this deal after the board voted on it, and there's several possibilities that could happen if Twitter does in fact sue. So I just want to quickly go over what those possible outcomes are. So first of all, Elon Musk could actually win the lawsuit, and he could get you walk away without even having to pay the $1 billion breakup fee. If you recall, when Elon signed this deal, they put in like a breakup fee of $1 billion. So if either side decided to cancel the deal, they would have to pay the other $1 billion. So if he won the suit, he could theoretically, if he could prove that Twitter was not supplying him with accurate information, then it's definitely possible that he could just walk away not having to pay that fee. The other possibility is that Elon would lose the lawsuit and be forced to pay the $1 billion breakup fee, which wouldn't be terrible. Of course, $1 billion is a lot of money, but he already put that in there as part of the deal. So he should have expected to pay it if he was to break it off. He could also lose, and the courts could actually force him to pay additional damages to Twitter. So maybe they'll say, hey, $1 billion breakup fee, but also you caused $3 billion of damage to Twitter by doing this charade. And that's a possibility if the court sees it that way. Also, Elon could actually offer to buy the company at a lower price. It's possible this is all just part of the plan, and he's just trying to push the price of Twitter down. And if he now came in and offered maybe $39 a share, Twitter's board probably would approve it just because they don't feel like dealing with this lawsuit, the possible outcomes, and already if there was damage to the company, they might just be like, hey, let's just get out of this. Uh, and that's just a one possibility. Also, a white knight, as they call them, white knights, they could come in and swoop in and say, hey, Twitter, I'll offer you $39 a share. You don't have to worry about any of this Elon Musk stuff. You don't have to worry about the lawsuit and the possibility that you could lose it or it could drag out for quite a bit of time and damage the company. And Twitter might say, okay, let's just get rid of it. Let's do the deal. And that's that. Finally, Elon Musk could actually be forced to buy Twitter at the original price of $44 billion. The courts could actually say that. So those are the possibilities. One thing that came to my mind is, after reading a little bit, could this have all been like a ruse just to allow Elon to sell a bunch of his Twitter stock, Tesla stock, without actually looking like he wanted to sell his Tesla stock?
I mean, anything's a possibility, maybe. I know Elon does think, it seems like thinks 5 steps ahead of everyone else when he comes up with these ideas. So who knows what his true motivations were. Two things I want to touch on is, if Twitter does sue Elon, there's Discovery. And in Discovery, a lot of information that Twitter might not want to go public would be released and would go public. So that's something to think about. Could Twitter be bluffing? I don't know. I don't think, there's a lot of stuff that Twitter hides from the public. And if they sue Elon, Elon's going to want Discovery, and he's going to get access to a lot of information that could end up going public. The other thing is, if you try to partake in a hostile takeover, you can probably expect the other party that you're trying to take over to be hostile back to you. And this goes for anything in life. If you attack someone verbally, if you harass somebody, they're not going to be nice back to you. They're going to be prone to kind of kind of have the same reaction back at you. So keep that in mind. I think it's a good life lesson. Twitter's not going to play friendly with Elon after everything he's done. Where this goes, I don't know. It's a drama that I think we're going to have to continue to follow. It's going to be a soap opera that might run for another year or so.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, getting to some DeSo news, Brutal's Gem Story has released a new feature that allows you to reply to mentions, reposts, and quotes all while you're scrolling your notification feed. So you can click on your notifications, view your notifications, and you can reply to notifications that you're receiving, which is a really cool feature, I think. A lot of times I end up clicking on it, getting directed to the actual post. Sometimes I get directed to, like, sometimes I just want to go to a username and I get directed to a post. But I think this is a really cool feature, something that Diamond App is missing and would be awesome to see Diamond App add. But you don't need Diamond App if you use Gem Story. And it's funny how Gem Story kind of started out as a joke and it has actually become a really useful node.
Yeah, brutal is brutal at times, but he's also quite innovative in his thinking, and he comes up with some really good ideas that actually are things that DeSo users want to see. So good job, brutal.
Yep. So moving on, Invest in Digital, one of DeSo's core team members, made a post and he said that he's been getting a lot of DeSo people asking how they can help grow DeSo. He said that he's going to put together a DeSo community ideas list to help us focus our efforts, and it's going to tie into the Make DeSo Easy marketing plan. So I know a lot of people within the community want to help DeSo market itself, want to help DeSo go viral again. I know BitClout was kind of viral back in the early days, but DeSo hasn't been able to have that same effect on the market. A lot of people want to help out. I think Invest in Digital realizes this, and I'm glad he's going to put something together to help us all out, help us all help market DeSo better.
Yeah, I think like the hive mindset, as well as just people wanting to kind of crowdsource the best of what they all have to offer, can be a powerful tool in free marketing for DeSo. But we kind of need some pointers on like what they want. We need some organization so that people know, hey, what can I do to help? And there's plenty of people that are willing to help. The people that have been around here for maybe a year or more, the fact that they've stuck around and continue to post says that they're willing to spend a lot of time and energy in helping you push DeSo forward.
Yeah, exactly. So Social World, they announced some winners yesterday, Brian.
Yeah, so the animated banner winners were announced yesterday by DeSocial World, and they were Longo. He wins one DeSo. Haki is next, as well as Haunted Knight and Yuchi. They tied for third. I'm not sure exactly how much they get for that, but this was a really cool contest. And the social world, it continues to engage the community, whether it's their post to earn, just features that they roll out seemingly every week. And contests like this, it's all great for the community. It gets people excited. It allows people to earn additional income on DeSo, and that's things that we need to see from nodes, I think.
Yeah, and Social World's doing it right. The animated banners, if you haven't checked it out, there's some really good animated banners out there. It gets me thinking, different nodes have different headers, different avatars. I think it would be a really cool idea if somebody created a website that you could connect your DeSo account to, and then it would show a screenshot of how your profile looks on every node. Don't you think that would be a good idea? I think that's going to be something that's going to be a lot more useful as more and more nodes start building on DeSo. Like, let's say one day there's 300 really, really good nodes built on DeSo. And if you have an account on Diamond App, that means you have an account on NFTZ. It means you have an account on Supernovas. It means you have an account on DeSocial World and so on. So when there's, let's say, 300 really good apps built on DeSo, you're going to want to know what your account looks like on
Yeah.
all 300. And what better way to do that than have like something that takes a screenshot of your account on all these nodes and allows you to view them all at once. I think that's something that if somebody comes up with a website that does that, it would be very useful, especially as more nodes start building on DeSo.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that could be a paid service or some subscription fee that you could pay because obviously it'll be a pretty intensive application, I think. But yes, I think we're going to see a lot of really cool features come about over the course of the next several months and years. It's a slow process, but I think we're starting to see some of the fruits of the labor from the community come into play.
Yeah, and maybe somebody could start a DAO to create a site such as that.
Uh,
So,
Great.
Mysterious Lady on DeSo, the username is now Mysterious Ladies, has created a new DAO. The username changed when this account renamed the name of the DAO. They didn't realize it also renamed their DeSo account. So Mysterious Ladies, IES at the end, created Women of Web3. It's a DAO for women of Web3 that looks to empower the adoption and recognition of all women of power in the name of togetherness. So the tokenomics, they're going to have 50 million tokens. That's the max supply. And there's a four-part structure. 5 million tokens will go to empowering women of Web3, funding projects, events, etc. 5 million more tokens will be in the holding of the Mysterious Lady's vault for safekeeping. It's called the 25% piggy bank. 5 million more will be distributed amongst creator coin holders. So anybody who's a creator coin holder will get coins as well. They're going to vote on the time frames of when these coins are distributed. 5 million tokens will also go to utility operations and extra costs. And then 30 million, it's a mystery. So 30 million tokens, we don't know exactly what they're doing yet. It's a mystery, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Anyhow, they're looking to raise $20,000 in their funding round. So far, as of this morning, it was at $209. It just launched. We're going to keep an eye on this. It seems very interesting and very mysterious.
Yeah, and they have a funding amount that's possible right now. So like we've seen DAOs pop up that are looking to raise $1 million or $2 million. It's not probably not very likely right now, given the state of the crypto space as well as DeSo and DAO. But $20,000 is very possible. Good luck to them. I love the initiative. We'll see how it kind of comes out at the end.
Yeah, I like 20,000 is good. I do think I prefer 10,000. I think Clay Olsby and Nathan Wells did a good job with the Lixdao with setting a lower funding amount of 10,000. I think 10,000 is the sweet spot. Maybe even slightly lower than that, like 7,000. But we'll see. Like this is an evolving space, and I think a lot of this is going to change over time.
Yeah, and there's no rush. I mean, if they want to raise that over the course of the next year, that's entirely possible for
Exactly.
sure.
So
So Desofy, I got a notification on my test flight that version 1.0.8 is ready to be tested on iOS via test flight. And this version has the ability to schedule post, and also it has additional feed settings. So DeSofy is churning along, continuing to put out features. It's in test flight right now. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm going to try and do that after this video. So check it out if you have test flight because you can kind of get an insight into what the next version of DeSofy is going to be like.
I love how Rabal just keeps iterating and putting out new versions of the app, letting people test it out before it goes live. Good job, Rabal. Good job, Desofy. Keep up the good work. In other news, and this is, I guess you could say sad news, discouraging news. I don't know how you want to categorize it, but Pulse. Originally it was BitClout Pulse and it became Pulse once BitClout was rebranded as DeSo. They seem to have officially checked out of DeSo. Yesterday, around 16 hours ago or so, they sold their own creator coin and then they cashed out to an anonymous wallet. They cashed out approximately 689 DeSo. It appears that they're gone. I don't want to reach any conclusions otherwise, but I think this is a bad sign. I think Pulse is officially leaving DeSo. And those stats, those details of the transactions come from Open Prosper. So sorry to see Pulse go. I know Nick was awesome. And, this happens. This happens with all blockchains. We see people leave, we see people come.
Yeah, I mean, you see this during crypto winters, especially. You see projects drop out, projects come. But it, I love what Nick did. I love how Pulse came about. Um, I'm sad to see them go, but who knows? Maybe they'll be back eventually.
Yeah, there's things that can bring people back.
So the top 10 people with the most NFT bids in the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. And here's the list. Leading the list is Visnes Sularan. I probably mispronounced that. Followed by Meta Philosopher, who's up there every day, which is amazing. BitCloud FR, who's also up there a lot. Like I've been seeing them up there almost every day as well. Followed by Manic, FP Fund, Vishal Gulia, Spunk Art, Just in Time, Exudes, and Scrutinize. And the most viewed NFT from the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ and the new tracking that we've added, is the Whales, D Whales. The D Whales NFT number 9, which is Mice Head. And it's a really cool NFT to check that out if you can.
Yeah, it's great NFT. It's pretty popular. And let's hear the top diamond creators from the last 24 hours, Brian.
Yeah, so thanks to Alton Base for this list, and Michelle Lord is up there as number 1 again. This is, I think, 2 days in a row. Congrats, Michelle. We love seeing you up there. Followed by Meta Philosopher again, who's been up there quite a bit as well, getting a lot of diamonds, making some really insightful posts that make you think, which I love. After Meta Philosophers, Mysterious Ladies, who we mentioned about their DAO, followed by us, Krasenstein, followed by Happy Rabbit, Mashalin, Shady Acres, Lil Lover, Mini Clout, and Panini. So congrats to all those people.
Yeah, congratulations. And I believe that is all the news we have for today. Everybody have a great rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.